one of those games that's changed like the landscape of gaming as we know it. I feel like if you like, I work at a COVID vaccination site, so I have to see lots of cars come in every single day, and I noticed that this mom who's like an educator, I guess, came in one day, and I saw the Among Us app on their phone. When are you ever going to see a mom with like a video
That's
game on her phone that isn't
What
like Candy
the
Crush
heck?
or something?
Yeah, maybe Angry Birds the last time that happened.
My
Last
dad was
Angry
on that
Birds?
wave.
Dude.
He was an Angry Birds fiend.
Prime like
Back in the day.
2011 or whenever that was.
That game was fire.
Yeah, dude. That was around the same era as Flappy Bird too. Everybody enjoying the birds.
Flappy
on their
Bird,
phones.
Doodle Jump. What else was there? Cut the Rope, I'm sure is another one that
Oh, I
people are
remember
familiar
that
with.
one, yeah. Jetpack Joyride.
Yeah. Crossy Road, I think, is another. Basically, all the games that you see in arcades right now are just mobile apps that have outlived their time.
Yeah, their useful life. That's. I mean, I guess it's like kind of almost like any other game. It's,
Yeah. They're just high score games. You know, and that's what arcades were built on. That's what gaming was back in the day. Anyway, though.
dude, this is actually. This is I'm gonna guess this is a round before the qualifiers, but this is a pretty good round because Raptor got second last week, and TayJuice has plays pretty well in these tournaments before. I believe going almost all bail all the time. There may have been another character snuck in there at some point, but pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. TayJuice, very talented HeYo player from the capital region of New York, upstate New York. Raptor as well, I've seen in some of these brackets as well. They're very talented in their own right as well. So there's just the good sets are honestly just gonna keep coming. There's so many talented players on Wi-Fi. It's actually ridiculous. Like
a ton. Yeah, that's like kind of the fun part about it, and like that's even the stuff I was saying, like how the game's underdeveloped. I know we're talking online here, but there are people kind of going in, especially during quarantine, labbing out these characters and. Like even the Meta Knight like Discord I know kind of pops off. I know that from Bonk, who's I guess like does a lot of stuff in there, and I think what would Bonk get, like 3rd or 4th a couple weeks ago. And ever since we've been seeing Meta Knights in these brackets in top 8.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because you kind of
wow,
yeah, Clifton. That is actually something that I feel like people what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe undervalue. I don't know. It's a really good option on the ledge. It catches a lot of stuff.
People just aren't aware of that move. I feel like, or like, because I mean, also just kind of when are you ever gonna fight like a Meta Knight? You know, there's just not too many out there because he is a very 9 to 5-y very hard character. Like if he can't get his quick ladder, he's gonna be working for every percent that he gets pretty much the entire time.
Oh, dude, McLeo won. Won Juice Box at midnight last night. I did see that he was going to be playing Meta Knight. I didn't realize he already won a Juice Box. That's interesting, and I'm not surprised to hear it at all.
That's the character we all found out about him when he played Mr. R at that Mexico tournament all the way back in Smash 4. He was just known as this little kid playing Meta Knight who's just like a super prodigy who had apparently been grinding since the Brawl days since he was like a fetus. So.
Yeah,
have you seen that clip of him as like he won like there's a clip of him somewhere, I think it might be on YouTube, of him just like winning his first Brawl tournament or something like that, and he was small. I'm talking like a 7-year-old child or something like that. It's just this little kid, like this little grade schooler, just whooping this grown man's ass in Brawl, and I'm like, how?
Some people are prodigies, and that's like kind of for them, right? It's everyone's got different paths. That's a whole nother topic too, but that's cool. You know what is really funny to me, you describing this now about MK Leo, is I remember that set with him and Zachary at Frostbite, and I just think about him like, man, you start there if you're MK Leo, and then like Zachary is also a very young player himself.
Yeah, he's like how old is he? He's like 16 to 14 or something.
And I just remember it. I don't know if you remember that set. It's on, of course, it's on VG Boot Camp, where all the big sets are.
Did you stream that?
I did. I streamed that whole tournament, dude, start to finish. That was like probably the most I've streamed in one. Although Glitch was pretty intense too.
You put in work at both of those tournaments, honestly. I was so happy when I just see you cheesing behind the desk there on your computer. I'm like, let's go. Tri-State is out here.
I don't think it's pretty. There's a lot that happens with like setup and actual running streams. So it's like when you actually get rolling with it, where that's like kind of the real work, it feels a lot easier compared to like you just have to set everything up and all that stuff. But I forgot how we get all. Oh right. So Leo versus
Leo versus Zachary.
Yeah, I remember he beat Zachary, and then like Leo popped off a little bit because that was like a last hit set. I believe it was, I forget who Leo was playing, but obviously Zachary was playing Rob. And dude, he looked so sad after he lost, and I feel like then Leo looked a little sad after he lost. So just the context that he started off as a young player too, I was like, dude, he felt that.
That tournament was nuts. That just like Leo falling pretty early to Prodigy. Like I think it was like maybe round 1 of top 64 or something like that, and he just him like clawing all the way back to what I think he won the whole tournament.
He won the tournament.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been about a year almost at this. Can you believe that?
February,
by the way, Chris,
yeah, I forget.
Can you believe we're a year since offline majors?
I sort of. It is a little unbelievable because it's the literal year point. I think in like a week or two.
That'll be insane. And we're what, lapping it soon, right?
Yeah, we're about to be. I just remember this February. I don't remember when. Oof. Honestly,
you gotta watch out
this week. I feel like it was like the first week of February.
That's insane. So this is, it's weird because the stigma hasn't shifted though. People are still like, people still have the mentality that like offline is the true way to experience Super Smash Brothers, and this online stuff is just a phase. People are building what they can from it, and that's about it. We're only taking it as seriously as they'd like to, which, you know, it's understandable.
To each their own, and that's fine. I actually think that's healthier for the game because obviously you're still going to be having people out here like doing their thing, and then offline is going to be what it is, and I think that's cool too. I think that there's a lot of ways to enjoy a video game, you know, especially this one. This game has a lot to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We've defined it in a certain way, along with the rest of esports, which is also like a thing that is sort of, I don't know. I'm not going to tangent on it, but yeah, it's very much, I think, what people make of it, and I think a lot of us forget that.
That's like the lifeblood of it, right? Is the social aspect, the in-person aspect, like the people who, you know, grind day in and day out, you know, despite having like full-time careers and stuff like that, who just, you know, have a dream for like a better future for this game as a legitimate esport.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much there, man. Like, there's so much to pack. Like, even I don't want to get into the whole. Dude, that there is actually pretty good. Like all.
Raptor did a great job of not overcommitting there and waiting for the landing one, but in turn I don't. Against Bayo, I'm always so scared to press buttons because like that witch time is like that's your stock, you know. That's you whiffed and you're getting punished in the hardest possible manner right now. So it's like I feel like you got to be careful. But Raptor's had no fear this entire set. He's just been going in guns blazing, and it's. For better or for worse, like he'll take early stocks off of it, but then we'll get here where he's kind of tacking on a lot of percent from TayJuice, and that's just getting closer and closer to the percent where TayJuice can use witch time and not really have to suffer too much of a punish for it.
Yeah, and this is and that is kind of the thing is we are seeing a lot of aggression out of Raptor and has been caught in witch time a couple of times. So this is really critical now, being at 91, because if he gets witch time, he's dead. So we'll see what the plays are. Appearing to be a little bit more patient, and there you see TayJuice just ready for any sort of attack.
Taking up real estate on that platform and saying, you're going to swing and you're dead. Goodbye.
Yeah, knew it was coming.
That's why it's like, you can't wait till your last stock to start playing hella safe against Bayo. I know Meta Knight, you know, gets the most out of making mountains out of molehills and stuff like that, and like stretching every opening he gets as far as he can. But Bayo is built just a little bit different, and I feel like you need to adjust your game plan according to that.
She really do be though.
She do be built different. She's still like much more unique design-wise in comparison to a lot of the characters on this roster, in just terms of how she functions as a Smash Bros. Character.
Yeah, and that's that was like one of the original characters to do that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I just think of DLC, but yeah, she does. She's very different. Even if she's different than how she used to be different, she's now different in a different kind of different.
Yeah.
Still practical. I mean, I don't know. I have such mixed opinions about Bayo just at watching her, because there's those times where you just see the things that make her different that just don't work at certain percents, you know, and then like you're just watching her struggle, and it's like, what is this? Like when you're just trying to land a back air after like, you know, like you're like, please die, and meanwhile your opponent's at like 200, and you're, you know, you're hitting all these witch twists, and you're just like, okay, forget it.
Exactly.
But dude, you're familiar with Haven, yeah?
Very familiar. Not, I shouldn't say very familiar because it's not like I know the guy like super well, but